Hello Aquarius, so I'm doing your weekly tarot for June the 27th to July the 4th. I'm going to take a look at what is going on in your situation. We'll find out why it's happening. We're looking at anything going on in your blind spot that you need to know about. We'll figure out what it is that's working for you at this time. And of course, we're seeing how it is likely all going to play out, okay? Right, so you have got the Whispering Ferns, and it says to trust your intuition to guide you on your path. Now, the interesting thing with ferns, I mean, there's quite a few interesting things with ferns, but the major points that they are reminding me of at the moment for your particular situation, Aquarius, is first of all, in the winter, a lot of types of fern will look like they are completely dead and they disappear entirely back underground, okay? And that can look quite disheartening, especially if you've got some in your own garden and then all of a sudden your ferns start to brown and wither and like die away, especially if you're not expecting it as well. So there's a message here about some sort of hidden skill or talent that you have that you're needing to revive, okay? Because these ferns, they will revive every year. There's also a message about things that are hidden, things that are secret, that are really needing to come to light, okay? So again, with these messages, with it being a general reading, just take whatever resonates specifically for you, okay? The other thing that they're reminding me of here is how the leaves of the fern, they unfurl, okay? So again, something here to do with secrets. It could literally be people having secrets, you having secrets, or a secret skill or talent that you're needing to unveil, unfurl out to the rest of the world, okay? Now, I also am understanding that there's a message here about a revival, okay? Either you're being revived in some capacity, or there's a situation here that you're able to have a bit of a do-over with, okay? So there's a lot going on with this fern energy, but of course not all of it is going to necessarily resonate for you, okay? Right, strongest energy, the mushrooms. Right, so this one says to practice mindfulness to find peace in the midst of chaos. Okay, so yeah, there potentially is something going on this week, Aquarius, that is quite chaotic in nature, and you might have this instinct to run away and hide from trouble, which is completely understandable, right? I'm understanding this message here because we're combining the two together, right? That you're not going to be able to run, shy away or hide away from whatever this chaos or this trouble is that's going on this week. It could be something that is being brought up from within you as well. So obviously you're not going to be able to run from yourself, okay? Whatever this is in regards to, it's saying, look, your best course of action this week, Aquarius, is to find peace within the midst of all of that chaos, okay? So we're going to pull the tarot and we'll see if we can get a little bit deeper into this energy, so we can find how you can find peace within the chaos. Okay, I might ask that one first. How can Aquarius find peace within this chaos? Okay, the Queen of Cups. So again, doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman, okay, makes no difference. This is all about trust. This is all about empathy, compassion, love, honoring your feelings. Obviously not taking action like when you're feeling hyper emotional, okay, because we need to stay in control. Oh, a bit of a sneeze there, Aquarius. I do apologize, because obviously we still need to stay in control. of our own feelings, okay? Taking action when we're feeling highly emotional is never a good thing. So this is saying to be the master of your own emotions, okay? That's going to help you to find peace within the chaos. This one, with it being the Queen of Cups energy, that's all about self-acceptance and self-expression and feeling safe within your own skin to be able to then express yourself in a harmonious manner, okay? Now, this Queen of Cups, it also indicates that you could be picking up on a lot of energies this week, okay, from all different directions, like an energetic sponge almost. So learning to discern what belongs to you and what you're picking up off of other people is going to be very, very valuable as well. And now you've got strength that's coming out, okay? I feel that this message, Aquarius, is for you to hold your head up high in the face of whatever this chaos is. And we've not found out what this chaos is yet, so let's take a look at that. What is this? Ooh, hold on. It's very cluttered energy. What is this chaos that's going on for Aquarius this week? What is this chaos? Thank you. Interesting. The Wheel of Fortune and the Six of Pentacles. Now, both of those are typically very, very positive cards, okay, with very high vibe energies to them. Now, with that being associated with chaos, I feel that there's far too much energy that's coming in for you. So what I mean by that is kind of like being spoilt for choice, okay? I don't know why they didn't bring out the Seven of Cups, okay? But that's what it is. And yeah, it is spoilt for choice because you've got the Empress here as well, which is all about growth, expansion, fertility, abundance, okay? Generally, very beautiful, very positive things coming in for you. So this feels like chaos for you, which tells me, Aquarius, that you're part of the Aquarian collective that is far too used to struggle, okay? When things are chaotic, right, in the traditional sense of the word chaotic, you kind of know what to expect with that, okay? When things are going wrong, you know what to expect with that. When things are going right, which clearly they are, you don't know what to expect with that because you're not used to it. You're not accustomed to it. And that is being translated as chaos. Okay. Remembering that one person's version of chaos is going to look a lot different from another person's version of chaos. Okay. And I can completely understand that, right? Because again, I'm a naturally suspicious person. Whenever things are going really, really well, I naturally start to become very suspicious. And I'm like that, well, I'm just waiting for the other foot to drop now. That there's no way that it's this easy. There's no way that everything's finally falling into place. That just doesn't happen for people like us or for people like me, okay? And that's pretty much this energy here, Aquarius, which is why I mention it. It feels like you're not able to rest because you don't know what to expect. So practice mindfulness to find peace in the midst of chaos, which is what we're clarifying with these mushrooms energy. Aquarius, I feel like Spirit's saying for you to really lean into your blessings, okay, and try not to become suspicious of them. This isn't something that's going to get snatched away again. This isn't something that is a scam or a trick or anything like that, okay? This is earned, okay? This is absolutely earned. It is not part of your destiny to struggle and to be miserable for the rest of your days. That's not why you're here. Okay, I know that that's probably what you have grown accustomed to, but now you're being shown a new way of living, okay? Now you're being shown kind of how the other half live, right? This energy here is not having a care in the world. This energy is someone who is really leaning into life, making the most of life, and, you know, not having to fake anything, okay? And again, that can feel, for some people, like chaos, because it's unfamiliar, okay? It's just completely unfamiliar. So again, when we refer back to the message of the fern, the whispering ferns, and how I was getting messages of like either secrets coming out or someone's skills and talents are coming out, I feel that it's more to do with your skills and your talents, and how you're feeling a lot more confident now to be able to, yeah, kind of show off what it is that you're incredibly good at doing, okay? So yeah, honestly, Aquarius, I love this energy for you, right? Yes, it does upset me when I see that someone is not familiar with a peaceful life, a good life, right? An enjoyable life. That always upsets me on a very, very deep level. Because I understand it completely, and I also understand the suspicion as well. So lean into it, and you will find, Aquarius, that when you lean into it, you end up creating more of it, okay? So that's not to say that the hard times and the grief and the chaos was entirely of your own making. That's not what I'm saying at all, and I do not want anybody to fall into that trap of believing that they were creating this horrendous life for themselves, okay? Because that's not always true, right? I know a lot of people say it while making out like everyone deserves every nasty, shitty thing that ever happens to them in their lives, and that they must have manifested that somehow. It's bullshit, okay? It's bullshit, because you know what? Life can be a shit sometimes for no discernible reasons. It can just be a shit, right? So please don't be, well, basically gaslighting yourself, Aquarius, into believing that everything bad that's happened to you is somehow of your own making, okay? Because it's simply not true. I know there's a lot of spiritual gaslighting and abuse that goes on. I'm trying to get the messages out there, okay? That's not always the case. So lean into this energy, okay? And the only real way that you can do that is with this total self-acceptance, self-compassion, self-forgiveness, keeping your head held high, okay? And just basically taking it as it comes, okay? But do understand as well, something else I failed to mention there, Aquarius, and I'll tell you now before I forget. Always, always pay particular close attention to the Wheel of Fortune whenever it comes out with the Emperor or the Empress. Because the combination of those two cards signify that someone is a heavily protected person, okay? Heavily spiritually protected person. And now it feels like things are being made fair. It finally feels like things are being made fair and balanced, okay? You're getting the rewards that you're due here, and for some of you, long overdue, okay? I'm not going to say it's coming in, because it's already here. It's already very much active in your energy, Aquarius. And I feel that this week, you're going to be experiencing that like real time, okay? So yeah, honestly, I would say as far as this message goes, Aquarius, this is going to be one of your best and luckiest weeks yet. So definitely do make the most of it, okay? Catalyst. Why is this happening? The majestic stag. express gratitude for the abundance in your life, okay? The gratitude attitude. It attracts more. You've changed up your energy. That's what's gone on. So this hasn't just fallen out of the sky, okay? It's not manifested out of nowhere. It's manifested through your, like literally through your own intentions. Sorry about the sound of my voice as well, Aquarius. I know it keeps breaking. We're having a bit of a heat wave in the UK. And all of the rumours that you've ever heard about the UK summers are absolutely true. Okay, our houses are all built to keep in the heat. And yeah, we tend to struggle, especially with the humidity as well. It's very thick, suffocating air. And the temperature, it feels double what the actual thermometer is saying as well, because of that heaviness and the humidity. Okay, it does affect my throat. It does fry my brain. But yeah, you'll just have to kind of give me a free pass here and there whenever you hear my voice creak or crackle. Okay, right, there's your Seven of Cups. And your Five of Wands. Okay, for the catalyst, yeah. Spoilt for choice, feeling like you've too many options, feeling like something's too good to be true also with the Seven of Cups, because it is tied into fantasies, confusions. It's scattered energy, basically. If it was to describe a person, it would be describing an individual who is perhaps a bit of a drifter, or maybe even a bit of a free spirit, okay, depending on your perspective. So with this one coming out, to clarify the majestic stag, I feel that there have been so many things that you have probably wanted to do, but maybe didn't know where to start. Okay, I'm feeling that that Five of Wands is likely an internal conflict because of that Seven of Cups, right? So let's find out more about that Seven of Cups first. Can you tell us about that Seven of Cups for this majestic stag energy? Yeah, is off balance. Page of Cups, off balance. Again, catalyst. Feels like you weren't entirely living in your own truth, okay? Or feels like some of yous felt like you had to apologize for simply being who you are, okay? You're turning the tables on all of that now, basically, because again, catalyst, that has caused that inner conflict, okay? Yeah, see? Five of Swords off balance, and then you've got this death energy that's also come out off balance. Clearly it wants to be in the reverse, so clearly you've wanted to release something or let something go here. Clearly you've been wanting change for a while, okay? It just wasn't happening for a long time, okay? That's why these two cards have come out scattered. Likely, yes, maybe other people were involved with this somewhere along the lines, okay? Because we've got this card of like a no-win situation, or like an empty victory type situation that's all been going on within you. I feel that this message is saying that you have been living a lie in order to keep the peace, but deep down inside of you, it was creating a war. Okay, that's what I feel has gone on here. But you're literally changing or turning the tables on all of that now, Aquarius. You're stepping out into the light here. You are living authentically here. Okay, like definitely, there's no two ways about it. That's just the catalytic energy, the reason why you have arrived at this place. Okay, blind spots, the wandering fae. This one says to let your playful, enchanting spirit guide each step of your journey. Yeah, so very much in tune with your inner child or your childlike sense of fun, play and curiosity. Okay, it's kind of like it's saying stay curious, my friend, right? Now the Fae, as a lot of us know, they typically were actually tricksters. Okay, you never ever want to cross the Fae, because they would absolutely destroy you. Also, never accept gifts off the Fae either. There's so many old tales out there about dealings with the Fae and how massively underestimated they were. Had somebody massively underestimated you, Aquarius? It's very possible. This could also indicate the ways in which you were likely tricking yourself in some capacity, okay? But again, breaking free from all of that. I feel, with this being your blind spot, so what you don't see coming, I genuinely feel, Aquarius, like there is a lot for you to look forward to that is coming up right around the corner. Okay, I genuinely do. And you really leaning in to the laughter, to the fun, maybe spending quality time with quality company. Okay, laughing so much this week that your jaw literally aches. Okay, when was the last time that happened, right? Do you know what I mean? So getting back in tune with, I feel, those lost aspects of yourself, and that's helping you out on your journey. It's beautiful. It's beautiful energy, beautiful messages. Can you tell us more about Aquarius's blind spot, please? There's a little bit of cheeky, light-hearted fun. Yeah, definitely. You're getting the sun energy that's coming out now as well. Happiest card in tarot, right? Joy, growth, abundance, prosperity, fun times. What's this? Five of Swords. I'm going to clarify that one. Okay. When I look at the combination of those two, Aquarius, honestly, what I'm feeling there is you coming out on top, you being victorious in the situation. Okay. However, there is still something quite dark here that's lurking. So that's why I need to take a closer look into that one. And if you recall, you've already seen the Five of Swords. It was right there in your catalytic energy and it came out off balance. Now it's in the upright position. So I genuinely feel like if anybody has tried to overpower you in any capacity here, Aquarius, that you're turning the tables on them too. And you're doing it in a way where, like, you're utilizing your sense of humor, maybe even a little bit of trickery with the Fae message. Okay, it's possible. It's possible. Nobody should really fuck with an Aquarius if they're not fully prepared for the consequences, right? You are turning the tables here on anyone who's tried to fuck with you, basically. Okay, can you tell us more about this? I was going to say the darkness that lurks within the Five of Swords. I never got to ask the question fully, and straight away you're getting the Chariot card that's coming out. So major arcana for a Cancerian. You could also be dealing with a Leo as well, or what do you call them? Someone who's born right in between the seasons. Can't remember what it's called. I want to say hybrid, baby, but it's not a hybrid. I can't remember. You know what I mean, though. So, someone who is born literally on the day that the Zodiacs flip over to the next one. Yeah, so you've also got Sagittarius and Scorpio energy here too. Strong Leo, strong Cancerian. Okay, super, super strong. So anyway, that darkness clarified with the Chariot could be a Cancerian, right? That is maybe being a bit of a dark cloud. Okay, that is sort of spreading misery and all the rest of it. It's very possible. Or this is saying that you're going to overcome whatever that metaphorical darkness energy is. Okay, you're going to overcome it. You're going to bypass it. Okay, you're going to survive. But you're not just going to survive, Aquarius, you're going to thrive. Because keeping in mind that this is your blind spot as well. It's also possible that someone has been doing things here behind your back. Okay, so I'm going to ask, is this in regards to anything being done behind Aquarius's back? The message of that darkness. Ooh, a Queen of Wands off balance. So it's likely. It's likely that that is. And for those of you where that does resonate, it's being done out of pure spite, envy and jealousy. Okay. Put it this way, if you're a woman, then you've got another woman who is in competition with you. Okay. It's kind of like frenemy type energies, right? If you are a man, then you've got a woman here who is possibly a Cancerian or a Leo, who is very insecure within themselves, and their dark energy is them basically trying to do anything and everything to either get your attention or retain your attention. Okay, that's like an attention whore, an attention seeker. A Queen of Wands off balance, deeply insecure, makes comparisons to everyone else, thinks that they're better than everyone else in the room. Okay, it's very unevolved energy. Okay, massively unevolved. Okay, so what is working for you this week, Aquarius? The Wolf. Remember, you are a powerful co-creator of your reality, so this is very much magician energy. Okay, what's working for you is you remembering you are in control. You are the one that holds all of the cards in this equation. Okay, you don't have to accept shoddy behaviors, wishy-washy behaviors. Okay, anything that's not in alignment with you, you absolutely do not have to put up and shut up. Okay, not at all. The Eight of Cups. What's going to work out for you? Walking away, cutting your losses. Okay, separating your energy away from whoever it is that is causing you troubles at this time. Okay, like the power to walk away is entirely within it is within your grasp. Okay, entirely. How this is likely going to play out: Unicorn. Believe in the magic and wonder of your dreams and aspirations. Okay, so again, vital if anyone is trying to poo-poo on your plans, your ideas and your ambitions. Well, you're going to make a fool out of them, aren't you? You're proving the naysayers absolutely wrong. Okay, so when it sounds cheesy, and I'm so sorry for this. Okay, I can't choose the messages that come out. I have to go with what comes in. They're saying when you believe in your own magic, that's when the real magic can begin. Okay, and that's very fitting, the fact that you've got the magician energy here as well with the wolf. Okay, because again, if you recall, the magician in traditional tarot, it's the most magical and powerful card in the entire tarot deck, right? Because they have all of the four aces already. They're in control of the Ace of Swords, the Ace of Wands, the Ace of Cups, and the Ace of Pentacles. okay? It's a reminder that you have everything that you need in order to succeed. The only thing that you need to do now is to put it all into action, okay? That's it. And then watch as the results start to unfold, right? And you're getting that exact message here with this combination with the wolf and the unicorn, right? So, again, I'm sorry for sounding cheesy. If you don't believe in yourself, just imagine the energy then that is going behind everything that you do. It's going to be lackluster. But when you do believe in yourself, even in spite of what is going on around you, right? See, that's where you give other people your power. When you believe in yourself in spite of everyone else around you, then the energy that you put into everything that you do is going to be absolute optimal. Therefore, the results that you receive is going to be the best results possible. Now, again, do not ever, ever, ever use that as like an explanation for why everything goes wrong in your life all of the time, okay? Because I told you right at the start, I don't want anybody gaslighting themselves into believing that they have created, do you know what I mean? Sometimes, yes, we do actively do things that do create disasters in our lives. And sometimes, yes, we do that deliberately with self-sabotage. Not all the time, though, okay? So with the whole thing of energy attracts, yes, that's absolutely true, but it's also very nuanced, okay? So we mustn't forget about the differences that are there. Okay, sometimes life is a shit, sometimes people are shits. Sometimes life is great, sometimes people are great. We just got to take it for what it is when it happens, right? Where you have your power is you can direct it as best you can. The Magician. Does that make sense? Okay? That's the most likely outcome that you're looking at here, Aquarius. It all entirely depends on your intent. Okay? Entirely. Right. Can you tell us more? Yeah, see? 10 of Pentacles. The epitome of success here. This could be a lot of finances, right? This could be, you know what? You're setting yourself up for the future here, Aquarius. You've done a damned good job. Right? You're looking at long-term success. You're looking at being able to put down those deep, deep roots. You're looking at a secure family, okay? If that's what you're trying to build and create, then that's exactly what you're being successful with here. Whatever the word success means specifically for you, that's what it's going to be getting at, okay? And then your strongest message here for this week is the Chariot with Death. Okay. And the Ace of Pentacles. Nice. So your strongest message for this week, Aquarius, is there's a brand new opportunity coming in for you. You're needing to make a few changes here. Okay. You know that you're needing to make these changes. You're coming on in leaps and bounds. Okay. You're making good progress. And I definitely feel like you're experiencing the progress that you're making on a very deep and profound soul level here, okay? Because you're noticing how you're responding differently. You're noticing how you're doing things differently now. Oh, okay. Dare to dream and ask... Oh, ask body. Aquarius, if anybody's giving you the heebie-jeebies, then you need to pay attention to that, okay? Ask body is very much in tune with your survival instincts, okay? I'm going to take a look at that one first. Right, in spiritual work, the body is often overlooked. There is a tendency to go higher, rather than to go deeper. This card encourages you to enter into a dialogue with your body. Our physical body holds all of our experiences. So yeah, the body keeps score, doesn't it? Okay. Your heart, mind, and spirit, it also has inherited significant experiences and traumas that have been passed on in our lineage. To dialogue with the body is to get to the root of the matter where our minds can only guess. Okay. So meditation and deep introspection is going to be required, okay? And then the symbol, the jaguar, is an ally in working with the unknown and reclaiming our power. It is a solitary animal, so they are the perfect ally for doing body work. When diving into our physical self, there is a sense of feeling alone, as no other person lives in your body and no one else has lived the experiences that are held within it. Yeah, so your experiences are your own, Aquarius, okay? Which is why I find it particularly disgusting when certain people try to negate the traumas and the struggles of others, okay? Because your experiences belong to you and they are real. Okay, as no other person lives in your body. Okay, when things arise in our lives, we can find healers, teachers, gurus, and friends who can all hold space for us. But to go inside our body is not only more powerful, but it's more intimate, for it is your wisdom and yours alone. For many, this can be a scary experience. The journey is illuminating, but it can also shake things up that are needing to be looked at. Yes, creating a raw energy within us. Call upon the spirit of Jaguar as an ally to dive deeper within yourself, and especially when you fear opening up and meeting the unknown within you. Okay, so it's kind of like shadow work, getting to know yourself. Okay. And then the symbol, the ash tree. The ash tree can support us in connecting to all of the cells and experiences held in our bodies. The ash is known for how deeply its roots go into the earth, which makes them an amazing ally in reaching into our own bodies for wisdom. Call upon ash as an ally to explore the past, the present, and the future. It holds the things that we remember and many things that we don't. Our past lives also manifest in our current body. Ash can teach us how to tap into all of the energies held within our physical self and release them as they no longer serve us, or it can help us to truly embody the lessons that they hold. And then it's also associated with the crystal hematite, which is a very grounding and protective stone, okay? Especially when you are an energetic sponge at this time as well, Aquarius. That hematite is really, really going to help you out this week, okay? And then Dare to Dream is number 42. No dream is too big for you. It's tied in with that unicorn message, isn't it? Wow. This card is an invitation to step wildly into your dreams, so visit them often. Okay, despite what your current circumstances are, and no matter how far away you feel from your dreams, Spirit is telling you otherwise. We often neglect our dreams because we do not know how to attain them, but the process of going after them is a collaboration with the universe. If you show up for them, they will show up for you too. The eagle's sight is by far the strongest of its senses. In fact, it has the best sight in all of the animal kingdom. It is said to be able to spot a rabbit from over a mile away. Bloody hell. Really? Damn. Okay. In the aspect of our personal dreams, the eagle can be an ally for visualizing that which feels far away. A huge part of attaining what we desire is the ability to visualize it. Continue to use your imagination while showing up for what is right in front of you, even if you cannot yet see how they connect. And then it's associated with buckthorn. And it says, like many powerful and magical plants, buckthorn is on the invasive species list. I've never heard of it. Its resistance to being eradicated is one of the properties that we can call upon. If we are to go after our dreams, then we need resilience. Things might try to derail you, and you may even reach a moment where you think, am I not supposed to do this? But do keep going. Stand your ground. Buckthorn is extremely helpful when dealing with external influences that might be discouraging. Interesting. And then it's associated with the crystal ruby. Okay. And it's saying that it's an incredibly hard stone, second only to diamond, and that can serve as an ally when we're chasing our dreams, as it encourages us to cultivate the durability that is required to succeed. So this has not come easily. It has not come easily, or again, depending on how far on in your journey you are, it won't come easily, but it will be worth it, okay? Right, so yeah, let's take a look at some cheeky words of wisdom from the shitty deck. Okay, if you want to do hot base shit, then you need to stop feeding yourself the basic bullshit. Okay, so try to associate with those who are actually on your level, Aquarius. Okay, for example, this Queen of Wands energy off balance is literally beneath you. That's not you being arrogant or egotistical. It is simply just a fact. Hold on to the people that tell you shit to your face and those who keep it real, because those people will be your ride or die when shit starts to go down, but will always knock some sense into you when you start acting shitty, okay? So yeah, you don't need any of that nasty ass two-faced bullshit in your life, right? Stick with those who keep it real. But yeah, that is what I have for you guys today. I genuinely hope that that reading has been helpful. If it has been helpful for you, Aquarius, then I definitely would appreciate a cheeky wee like. Even better still, please consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't done already. I definitely would love to have you join our fantastic community over here on YouTube. For personal readings with me, my website is phoenixkeiatarot.com. The link for that is in my description box below. Thank you so very, very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.